Hello, everyone. It's Cassandra Williamson. How are you today? Coming to you from a holler in eastern Kentucky, way up in there. Yes, miles from anything that is civilized, you would think. But this is one of the best civilized places around. These people are good people here. It's a beautiful place, actually. When I grew up here, I was in a hurry to get away. I thought this was the most dastardly, dark place that I could ever live. I was in a hurry to get out and get away. So I did the only thing I knew how to do back then, which was join the military and run from here. I did that. It was fun. Yep. So today, Trump's been at the United Nations. There have been other conversations taking place. Most of them are still revolving around Charlie Kirk and everything like that happened with his memorial service over the weekend. And it's Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday, the 23rd. Yeah. So everybody just hang on for the ride. We got to deal with this for just a little while longer, okay? And yeah, we'll be hearing about it for a while because I think they've turned Charlie Kirk into a martyr. So there's that. Let me get rid of this one demo thing over here, demo thing, so I can get rid of that. Okay, there we go. So anyway, I hope you've had a good day today. Mine has been busy, 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 which is fine with me. Yeah, makes it hard to stay awake though. Really getting tired. That's what I am, getting tired. So I'm up here in this holler in eastern Kentucky in Hardy, Kentucky, which is in Pike County. And this is Hatfield McCoy feud country. And if I've got people like, Pam Bondi or Cash Patel or Don Bongino or any of those, that bunch, Dan Bongino or whatever his name is, Bongino, Dan Bongino. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, if you're listening, I'd love to have a conversation with you. You are all about wanting to have conversations with everyone and have a little debate, format back and forth, whatever. So anybody interested in doing that? I don't think most of those people will. I'd love to be able to talk to Doug Collins or even Pete Hegseth, but it's not going to happen. You know why? I got to turn this thing off back here behind me. Do you know why it's not going to happen? Well, it's not going to happen because they're afraid of being lumered or libs of TikTok or whatever that person's name is, Dr. Chase over there. What happens is if you have any kind of pride stuff going on in your images or anything that you have going online, your online presence, if you show support, if you have shown support anytime within the past 20 years, and there's a record of it online and they find it, they will report it, and it will not be it will not be a long time. It'll be very quick, and they will take care of you, get you removed from your positions, and kick you out of the military one way or the other. So that's where we are these days. Because we've got the rats in the nest who are reporting everything to the Trump administration that they want cleaned up. Okay, they think it's all vile and dirty and evil and all of that kind of stuff, but I think what it is that they're the ones with the issue. They need to look in the mirror and find out what's going on, because maybe, just maybe, you're gay or you're lesbian or, oh my God, maybe you're even a trans person. Yeah. I would have to tell you that I will not encourage you to do that. It would not work out well for you because that's not, unless you are absolutely 100% convinced and you know without a shadow of a doubt as to who you are, then I'm going to tell you, don't go down the route of being trans or gay or lesbian or any of those things, because, if you don't know it in your bones, then you're probably just taking a chance on the wild side. Yeah, you're probably just trying to swing a little on the wild side. You might want to check that out. Don't jump into this stuff, because I'm going to tell you, it is not for the faint of heart. It is not for those who have any ability, any insecurities. It is definitely not. You have got to be able to stand in the face of people wanting to lock you away, kick you off your communication systems, and take away all of your human rights simply because you're trans or gay or lesbian or you're a minority in America. That's what it's going for, folks. They've always wanted the entire alphabet group gone from public life. They would love nothing more than to have a repeat of the Alan Turing situation that occurred after the end of World War II. In the 1950s, it was discovered that Alan Turing was gay, so they institutionalized him, performed electroshock therapy on him, thinking they could burn the gay away. But for those people who know, and they know who they know, and they know what they know, you're not going to be able to burn it away. You're not going to be able to shock it away. You're not going to be able to lobotomize it away. But that's where we are, folks, in this present environment. They're wanting to do all of those things, reopen all the mental health asylums and put people away. Oh, come on. You've got to believe that's exactly what they're trying to do. They've been saying it for a long time. It came right out of Project 2025. It came right out of that. And in the midst of all that, we've got to deal with the fact that they want to label us as a terrorist. American veteran, as a caregiver here in Eastern Kentucky, they want me to be labeled as a terrorist because I'm one of those trans activists, post-op trans woman out there in the front, just absolutely trying to draw their fire. But the leaders won't talk to me. You know why the leaders won't talk to me? They're afraid of being lumered. And that's what I'm calling it. They're afraid of being lumered out there, folks. They're afraid of being kicked out of their positions because how dare they connect with and communicate with people who are trans or gay or lesbian or any of those people. If you've got somebody somewhere in your past 20 years ago and you put up a pride flag in your office and there's a picture of it somewhere online, and Laura Loomer finds out about it, or the libs of TikTok, or any of the other rats out there who are trying to find out all these things about you, if they find it, all they got to do is they'll just send a short little note over to old Petey Boy, Petey Boy there in the Pentagon, and say, okay, we need these people gone because 20 years ago they flew a pride flag or participated in a pride event somewhere. Or just yesterday we had somebody, this is hypothetical. Yesterday somebody, Doug Collins was interviewed by Cassandra Williamson, a trans person from Kentucky. Doug Collins wouldn't have his job very long. In this current environment, there's a purity test for everything that these people are doing. So you won't find them connecting with and engaging with in any real way, particularly publicly, with anyone not approved by, Laura Loomer or Chaya Raichik or Chase Stern or whatever his name is, the doctor who active duty who's getting people kicked out of the military left and right, or at least removed from their jobs because, oh my God, they got pronouns in their bios. What the heck is wrong with these people? Don't they realize that, just by them saying they cannot complete a sentence without a pronoun in it. Notice I didn't either just then. They probably could, but it would be really boring. It would lose all of its context and meaning just as soon as they go, we are going to abide by all these programs. And I'm going, these pronoun rules, I'm going, we is a pronoun. You is a pronoun. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay then. These people are in dire need of some help. Oh yeah, Junia, you're exactly right there. They have been saying that during the CPAC meetings that they were crashing Grindr. Absolutely. That's not a surprise. Yes, as a matter of fact, they're going to go to all of the sites that are out there for the trans porn people. And I can't stand those sites. I hope you know that. I can't stand those sites. They really just rub me the wrong way. And I've got to quit. I bet you can hear every bit of that, can't you? Oh, I just finished up something with the Washington Post, and that was pointed out to me a lot. I do this, and I'm doing this, fidgeting with all kinds of different things, and it shows up as real loud noise apparently. And I didn't think that it did, but it does. So my apologies for all the noise and sound effects in the background. So anyway, it's been an interesting day. It sure has. And we must continue with the fight, the struggle. But we have to do it in a way that is engaging with people in your local communities. I've been saying this now for years and years, it feels like, that we've got to start connecting with people where they are. And we can't do that. We'll not succeed if you walk in there and you say, "This is who I am, and I demand you call me this." Folks, I'm going to tell you that is just plain dumb. Because what you will do with that is draw a bigger wall between us and them, or you and them, or you and he or she or whatever. You will create a bigger, nearly insurmountable wall between different factions within the country. And we're all Americans, aren't we? We're all Americans. And I'm doing it again over here, fidgeting with my talking points on my desk. I've got them all over the place. So it's been a good conversation today with different people. I've had an opportunity to share quite a few stories, and I'm very much appreciative of all of that, the opportunity to do that, and an opportunity to represent as much as possible, and to do it in a way that reeks of satire. And yeah. So that's what we've been doing. I've had the blog post for quite some time, obviously, but one of the threads now is a day in the life of a transgender terrorist from Appalachia. My daughter told me just yesterday, she said, "You shouldn't be doing that, Dad. They're going to fight. They're going to know who you are. They're going to come and get you." And I said, "I'm inviting them. I actually have been telling Pam Bondi and Kash Patel that this is me. Put me at the top of the list because I do want you to know who I am. And I'm hoping that we can rile up the entire trans community. And we all call up Kash Patel and Don Bongino or Bangino or Dan Bongino. What is it? Dan Bongino? That's it, I think. Dan Bongino. Call them up and say, whenever you create that list, I want you to add my name to the top of that list because, I'm one of those terrorists. In between fixing, peach cobbler and peanut butter pie and getting the meals ready and the medicine ready and washing laundry and stripping beds of bedclothes and doing all that kind of stuff, somewhere in there, I've organized an entire army of trans people ready to take on the likes of Kash Patel and Pete Hegseth. So come on over, folks. Come on over. And if I could find that number right now, I'd be the one to call. Let me see if I can find a number for the Public Affairs Office with the Department of Justice. Let's go with justice.gov. Let me see. Action Center, offices, our offices. Let me go to the Public Affairs Office. Pam Bondi. Okay, leadership, lightning, law enforcement. Okay, we got corrections, grants, media and community outreach, victim services, management, oversight, initiatives, projects, and task force. Let me just share a screen with you. I'm over on the justice page. I'm going to have to change my contrast settings too because it makes it hard to see when it's black like this. Give me 1 second. I'm going to adjust the contrast on my computer here. Got to change it to none rather than aquatic or whatever, dusk. I'm looking for contrast. Give me a second. We're doing all this live right now. Yeah, set up for dusk. So let me change it to none. It'll take a minute for it to reset the screen. And I'm going to have to put in effort to make this thing less than they show up, and I didn't know that, at least not that loudly. Let me see. Here we go. Where are we? I'm sharing the screen. Okay, I'm looking at a screen right now. This is from Department of Justice. Yep, sure is. Let me see. I want to get a hold of Office Attorney General, Deputy Attorney General, Associate Solicitor General, Litigating Offices, Civil Division. That's the one. That's not the one. Criminal Civil Rights Division. Aha. Okay. I don't know where they're going to put it, but let's call over here to the Civil Rights Division. And about this division, who we have? Harmet Hillan de Hillan. Okay, contact. Oh, there's a telephone number. Hold on, folks. Where's my phone? And you're saying, you're not going to do that, are you? And I'm saying, yeah, we'll watch and see. Just give me 1 second, though. I got to go get my phone. Well, I got another phone here somewhere. No, I don't want to use the house phone. I'll use my cell phone. Give me a second. I got to get my phone. I found my phone. So I think every day or so, ever so often, I'm going to call these people up, different ones, and ask them, and just tell them, really. Just tell them what I want them to do. They work for me, right? Okay, here we go. Hold on a second. So we're going to go do this and punch in a phone number and give them a call. And go up to there and pull up my telephone and go down to here. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Keypad. This would be 202-514-3847. Yep, this is going to be fun. You can listen in.
Department of Justice Civil Rights Division's complaint line. Our hours of operation are 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Your call is very important to us. Please listen so we can route your call correctly. If you're calling after business hours or when our switchboard is busy, you may need to leave a voicemail. Para continuar en español, oprima el número 1. If you do not speak English or Spanish, please press 9 for help getting an interpreter.
That's an
The Civil Rights Division works to uphold the civil and constitutional rights for all.
Okay.
For additional information about the work of the division, please visit our website, www.justice.gov/CRT. If you're calling to speak with the Assistant Attorney General's office, please understand the Assistant Attorney General is not able to speak with individuals regarding their complaints or concerns. Complaints or reports should be submitted in writing. To file a complaint or a report, please go to our website at https://civilrights.justice.gov/. The division's mailing address is 950 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C. 20530.
We'll get through this eventually. Just hang on.
The division's fax number is 1-844-491-4945 or 202-307-1379. Please allow the division up to 90 days to respond to a complaint or report. To repeat this information, please press 0. If you're calling about criminal law enforcement misconduct,
oh my gosh,
such as the use of excessive force, sexual assault, or theft by law enforcement officers or other government officials, human trafficking, hate crimes, or interference with access to reproductive health clinics, please press 2.
Okay.
If you're calling about conditions at state or local correctional facilities or repeated misconduct by law enforcement agencies, please press 3. If you're calling about discrimination at work, please press 4. If you're calling about discrimination in schools, please press 5. If you're calling about violations of the Americans with Disabilities Act, please press 6. If you're calling about discrimination in housing or lending,
oh my gosh,
or if you're a
that's a lot of noise.
calling about
Turn that off for a minute. Let's see if I can call somebody else. About our work, news, resources, news. Let's go over there. Resources, grants, press releases. Okay, now that. Let's go to grants, employment, our offices, contact us. Let's try that one. Contact the department. There's the contact form, department comment line. Okay, we'll just go to the comment line. That's the Justice Department main switchboard down there. Let's see what the comment line has to say. Oh, that's not it. Hold on a minute. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum. We're going to go find out what they have to say. I'm going to listen in on this one. Department of Justice. Here we go. 202-353-1555. That's the comment line.
You have reached the Department of Justice comment line. Although your opinion is valuable to us, we cannot return calls made to this number. If you would like to contact the Department of Justice, including the Attorney General, please log on to our website.
Goodness, it's hard to get through to these people. Main switchboard. No. Okay, find their component contact information page, website. Anyway, I am going, Office of Public Affairs. Let me see what we have down here. Hours of operation to 6. All right, they're already closed. Capital One, Justice Media Inquiries, Pool Connectivity. Ground rules for interviewing department officials. Oh, last updated was February of 2023. I bet this page needs some help from the current administration to make it more user-friendly, huh? Yep. Anyway, I'll figure out who to talk to, and I'm going to leave messages. Anyway, so I hope y'all have a great day because I'm getting really tired, and I've got to go check on everybody. So I hope you have a great evening. Come back tomorrow, and we'll try to do something different.